If you hate your job, watch this video until the end because I'm going to show you how you can make 10k per month online and even more than that, so you can finally quit your job and live the life you've always dreamed of. You don't have to wait until retirement to finally enjoy your life, unlike you've been told by society. So as you can see on my screen right there, it's proof of some earnings I've made in my own company. Now, when we get to 30,000 subs on YouTube, I'll give away $2,000. All you've got to do to win that money is to watch the video until the end, to subscribe and to share it with a friend. And I also have a gift for you. In the description of this video, you will find a free video training I've put together where I show you step by step everything I did to go from zero to over $1,200 per day with my business. Most of it is profit, around 95%. And right now, I'm also offering free strategy calls where together we identify what's blocking you and we come up with a game plan for you to get to $10,000 per month as quickly as possible. The link will be in the description below. Now, what I really want you to understand is that traditional financial advice will not save you. As you can see on the screen, I've put two different pictures. So it's like people in their 20s and 30s having fun, being on a yacht, making lots of money. And then you see this old man, like he's 70 plus, he's in a hospital bed. I mean, he's sad because he knows it's the end soon. But hey, he followed the traditional advice, like he invested all of his life, so now he's got $1 million in the bank, and a lot of the people he loves, they're not here anymore, and so that's the dream that society sells you. Work extremely hard all of your life, follow the path, go to university, get massively in debt, then you start off your career, you're not even making money because you've got to repay your debt, so it's like you're in the negatives, and then you work at the same corporation for decades, and maybe one day, because you've invested diligently in the stock market for decades, you can retire with this nice little pile of cash. Except the problem is that if you follow this path, you will end up miserable just like this guy because money isn't everything. There is something that's worth a lot more than money. It's time and experiences. So imagine you were young, just like these people, 20 to 30 years old. You've got this big pile of cash and you're on this incredible yacht in this beautiful place having the time of your life instead of working in your cubicle like everybody else. Which one would you rather be? So honestly, what kind of life is this, you know? Never having any money to like pay for the things that you want. You always have to stress about bills. You're constantly overworked. You save up for a 401k, but that's basically it, with the hopes to retire one day and to finally have the time to do the things that you want. But what if you don't have the energy to do anything? When you're too old and exhausted from decades of work, and then the so-called experts tell you to never spend $5 on a Starbucks coffee. Because you can't afford it. No, you shouldn't spend money on that. Instead, you should put that money in the stock market so that one day, when you're 60, 70, you can retire with $1 million in the bank. And then finally you can enjoy life. But what if instead you took a different path and you could live this kind of life in your 20s and 30s? Now, it depends on what you want, of course. Maybe you're not very materialistic. Maybe you don't care about having a mansion or a Ferrari or flying private. Maybe you just want to have fun with your friends. Maybe you just want to travel the world. Maybe you just want to wake up in the morning and control your own schedule. Not work to make somebody else richer, but instead work to make yourself richer. But you've got to understand that a few decades ago, this kind of stuff was impossible. You had to follow the traditional path, basically shut your mouth, and that was it. You couldn't become free. But nowadays, it is possible because of the internet and social media. So here is a myth I actually want to bust. You don't have to quit your job to build your business. A lot of people think, oh, but I can't build a business because it takes too much time and I don't have enough time. I work a full-time job already. Well, to be honest with you, my customers, I help them to build a highly profitable online business and quickly so they can obtain the financial freedom they want. And most of them, they started off with jobs that took a lot of their time. Some of my clients, they were working 80 plus hours a week. So at the end of the day in life, you can have the excuse of not having enough time, and so you can't build your business, and then you stay stuck in this path literally for the rest of your life, or you can take responsibility and do whatever it takes to win. The choice is yours. Now, if you want faster growth, it's simple. You've got your business right here. The more money, time, and energy you can invest in your business, the faster it's going to grow. It's that simple. Now, let's say you don't have enough time because you work 80 hours a week. Well, do your maximum. Do as much as you can. Let's say you can only work 1 to 3 hours per day on your business. That works too. Just invest as much as possible in your business. Let's say you work from Monday to Saturday, and then on Sunday you take a day off because you work a lot. Well, that's okay too. Well, it's better than saying, oh, well, I can't work all day on my business, so you know what? I'm just not going to start. And then you never become financially free. Is this what you want, really? Now, I want you to completely forget about most business models because, I mean, if you try like dropshipping, if you try print on demand, affiliate marketing, trying to go viral on social media, or even having a strong community, the thing is, out of all of those businesses, The best is the strong community. But to make it work, you need to be famous. You need to have a big audience, which you probably don't have right now. And then when it comes to dropshipping, it's hyper-saturated. You are literally competing against everybody who's trying to resell the same crappy AliExpress or Wish products, which are very overpriced to tired consumers. And you seriously think, oh, that's gonna make me rich and free. No, it's not. Yes, some people made millions with dropshipping or print on demand or any of those businesses, but you've got to look at the success rate. Why would you choose a business model that's got a tiny success rate? What if only like 0.1% of people actually succeed? And what if there's another business model where it's like even just 20% of people succeed? Which one would be the smartest option to pick? Because what people don't understand is that not every business opportunity is created equal. So with print on demand, for example, you resell basically shirts, mugs, phone cases, pillows and stuff with a logo or a design on it. The problem is that it's absolutely not original at all. So unless you're famous, again, or unless you have some crazy talent for art, nobody is going to buy your stuff. I tried in the past, and every week I speak to literally dozens of individuals who want to build a profitable business. And most of them, guess what? They tried print on demand. They didn't even make $1 because the platform will decide to show your products or not. And here I should have also included business models like freelancing on Fiverr. So Fiverr can be a decent business model because you'd actually make a decent amount of money per transaction. But the problem is you're just going to be selling your time constantly. And we want to build a business that allows us to literally work anywhere in the world, do it whenever we want, and make more money without having to spend more time. So I'm going to show you the difference between my business model and most of those businesses. So let me show you. So this is most people, fighting for scraps, literally following the same business models as everybody else. Because something I really want you to understand is that in life, there's always a 1% and a 99%. And obviously, if you want to make more money, live this kind of incredible life or whatever it is that you want, you need to do better than 99% of people. You can't be like 99% of people because it's not going to work at all. So you've got to be willing to do what only 1% of people are actually willing to do. And so you might be thinking, oh, I'm going against the grain by starting a business. But what you don't realize is that even within business itself, there's the 99% of people that fail and the 1% of people that succeeds because they focus on the right things. So it's not just about being part of the 1% that actually wants to start a business. It's being part of the 1% of the 1%, if that makes sense. So let's take a look at what most people do. They do, like I said, they try to do freelancing, or they try to go viral, or they try to do affiliate marketing. I mean, when you're doing affiliate marketing, you get $4 commissions per sale. I mean, honestly, how many sales would you need just to make a decent income? If you get 100 sales a month, you're only making $400 per month. And that's before taxes. After taxes, I mean, you would probably have $200 per month. And to be able to get that many sales, you'd need to get lots of views on social media. Now, let's say you were doing dropshipping or whatever, and you sold a $50 product. Your goal was to make $5,000 per month, okay? You would need 100 customers. And then how much profit would you actually keep? Because let's say you made $5,000. How much is profit? Because it doesn't matter if you make 5K, but you keep $1, right? I think we agree on that. So 5 to 20% on average. Meaning, what this would actually look like is you would only get to keep $250 to $1,000. And remember, this is also before taxes. So after tax, I'm going to write 80, so after tax, you would keep probably half of that, so $125 to $500, when initially you made $5,000. So that's a decent salary. I mean, if you make that per month, you're not in the top 1% in the world, but you're making a very good amount of money. But then if you look at the stats, like let's say after profit, how much do you really keep? $250 to $1,000 a month? You won't live any kind of decent life with that. Now, what about our business model? So what we do, to put it very simply, is that we solve painful problems for people. So for example, me, what I do is that I show people how to leverage a skill, a knowledge, or a passion they have, even just a desire to start a business, to build a profitable high-ticket consulting business. So let me give you a few examples. Some of my customers, they help people to lose weight and to get in shape without having to spend hours in the gym and without having to literally give up the foods that they love. Some of my customers, they provide done-for-you lead generation services to entrepreneurs. Some of my customers, they help people to find dates, to learn a language, to invest in the stock market, etc. And some of my customers, they actually came to me and they really felt like they had no skills, no knowledge, or nothing to teach at the moment. And so we still help them to sell a service by leveraging remote contractors. That way, All they've got to do is to find customers, close them, and then the remote contractor does the work for them. It's literally just having a business 101. Companies hire employees. The CEO is simply the one making the decisions. He's not the one in the trenches every day doing everything all alone. The goal of a business isn't to be a glorified freelancer. The goal is to have more freedom, more time to do all the things that you want, to live an incredible kind of life. That is the goal. So us, for example, we sell a product anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000. And some offers they can sell for 8K plus, some offers even sell for 10K plus. So there's really no limit. However, there is a bare minimum. $1,000 is the bare minimum. Do not go any lower. So to make 5K, we'd only need 2 to, let's say, 5 clients. It could even be 1, honestly. We'd need 1 to 5 clients. So out of 5K that we make, how much do we actually get to keep? This is revenue. Well, with the method I share with you, we keep 90 to 95% of what we make. Now, if you were to leverage a remote contractor, you'd keep 80 to 90%, but it's still a lot. So how much would we keep out of $5,000? Let's do the math literally together. 90% is $4,500 to $4,750. This is how much you would get to keep. Whereas with most business models, you'd be lucky to keep $250 to $1,000. We keep way more than that. So can you see now why most business models are completely broken? And what you need to do instead? You need to package your knowledge, your skills, or your interest in a high-ticket consulting business, meaning you provide a service or a coaching offer. Now, be honest, if you already knew how to make $10,000 plus per month online, then chances are you would have done it already, which is why, to help you, I've put together a free video training where I show you step by step how I went from $0 to $1,200 per day with my business with over 90 to 95% in profit margins. And right now, I'm also offering free strategy calls where together we come up with a game plan for you to get to $10,000 per month and more as quickly as possible. But be quick because our limited spots fill up extremely quickly and I don't know for how long I'm going to keep making this offer. The link will be in the description below. And with that said, I will see you on the other side.